When I start on a track, I usually start on multiple tracks at the same time, and usually this is in the beginning of the scoring process, where I start writing the initial themes of the characters, and I call them suites, broad strokes of music information away from the picture. I just basically work on something all day, and sometimes I might feel throughout the day that it's kind of not great. And then usually the morning when I wake up, and I always start early, so let's say 3, 4 a.m. I get into the studio and I play it, and then if it doesn't satisfy me at that point, I immediately delete it and never go back to it, and I just start something completely new. But also what can happen is that at 3, 4 a.m. it's like, wow, this sounds amazing. I didn't feel like it didn't felt like this yesterday. And that's the beautiful thing with music. It's like you can work on a piece of music with the craft and the tools that you have, that you picked up on over the last 10 years, 15 years, or even 2 years. And you make something that at that point in time you don't feel quite happy with, but then the next morning you play it and then you're completely surprised by what you did the previous day. The other thing that's important too is that you make something that you're not sure of and you just play it to other people. Play it to your friends, or your parents, your girlfriend, boyfriend, and they might say something about it that you haven't even figured out yet. And sometimes, and actually with me that's a lot, when you play a piece of music to somebody else in the room, it's almost like you're listening to that same piece of music through the ears of that other person, which makes you discover whole different things about the piece. So I would say it's always hard to decide whether something is good or not good, but at least it needs to feel you inspired. Like if you work on a piece of music that you feel is cool, but you're actually not feeling anything when you're playing it, then probably you should abandon it and just do something else. Because if you're not getting goosebumps on your piece of music, you cannot expect anybody else to have goosebumps. But if you feel goosebumps on your piece of music, maybe there's like 2, 3, 500, 500,000, million people out there that also get goosebumps. And I think that's very important.